Hi friends, and welcome to day 7 of Vlogmas. Today's going to be a little bit of a different day, but I wanted to kind of show you another big part of my life, and that is D&D. So today I'm going to take you through me planning a session and our D&D session itself, and also just like why I feel like my love of fantasy and D&D go like hand in hand together, my love of like fantasy novels. But first things first, I'm going to kind of get today's tea already, and then we'll start planning a session. Okay, first just look how cute this mug is. And now let's give this black tea a try. I think this is the first black tea of the advent calendar, so I'm really excited. Oh, it's still kind of toasty. That's yummy. I'm always just like a black tea fan. It's the absolute best. I just really quickly wanted to chat about why D&D and reading I feel like are so closely related to each other for me. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rise of the Guardians, but the Santa character, like the rough Russian Santa character, basically has this thing, like the whole point of the movie is like finding your center.
What is your center?
My center?
And like knowing who you are, and for him he like sees wonder in everything that he looks at, and like for Jack I think it's like fun is his center. I think my center is storytelling or like gathering stories. I'm really big into that. That just always has been a huge deal to me, which is why I originally wanted to be a film major and why I ended up being an English major. I'm all about telling stories, finding stories. It's just kind of what I base my life around. So with that, one of my favorite genres of story is fantasy, and D&D just works so well with that, and being able to kind of use my creativity in a way to create a story for my players is really fun, and to kind of collectively as a group tell the story together. I absolutely love that. We've had some like really fun times, and like the story has changed just based off what characters have done in the world, and it's been an absolute blast. But that's why I love D&D so much. It's just a fun time, and I'm really glad I was able to kind of get into it this last couple years, with starting with watching Critical Role. So love that show. If you haven't seen it, and if you want to get into like the D&D world, I highly recommend watching it. It's just such a fun time. And if you don't want to watch like the huge campaign sessions of Critical Role, there's a show called Vox Machina. It's on Amazon Prime right now, and it's like super fun. Like it's an adult fantasy show, but it's great. It's so fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to planning before the rest of my players end up joining my chat room. Alright, so I am a huge analog D&D DM. I write all of my notes using this journal, which is so cute. Look at this. It is like a fairy. The little fairy down here it's riding a little bat. It's amazing. It's one of the cutest journals. I think it was from Barnes & Noble like last year, but just super cute. And if you don't know already, I am a huge fan of green things. That's why I painted an entire wall green in my house. So I absolutely love this, and I use it for like telling my D&D story and kind of writing out notes and stuff. And I write little like prequels to our games. It's super fun for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and write our little prequel of like last time on this session, kind of like those things that TV shows do. So I'm gonna quickly write that, and then I'm gonna plan out some NPCs, that they might meet along the way. I think this session they are traveling to meet the queen, so that's kind of exciting. But yeah, I just have a few things I need to plan. I also, by the way, I use Roll20. It's like a D&D Discord / Zoom center, but it's really, really great and really fun, and it's been super helpful given that me and Mac are the only people that are in person. So it's been great to kind of hang out with friends that we don't usually see very often. Yeah. Speaking of, they're showing up right now, so I gotta get planning. The entirety of the investigation. To kind of let her know, Dorn went out a day earlier to kind of protect the queen. He was a little concerned because you guys found out that the Witch of the Light might be returning in the next 5 days or so, and he wanted to be by her side when that happened.
So that I'm gonna roll with advantage on this stealth check.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can't do it. All right, so our session kind of just ended up being like a travel session, which is always super fun. The group got ambushed by some bandits, and I think everyone had a really, really great time. I, again, just absolutely love doing this. It's a great way to keep in contact with some friends that don't live in Chicago with us, and it's just a way to be creative. But because of all this D&D fantasy vibes that I have going on right now, I am going to kind of start reading Legends and Lattes, because I just feel like it's a perfect opportune moment. So I'm going to continue reading this for the rest of the night, and yeah. So I'm already like a few chapters in, and I'm already in love with it. It's absolutely amazing. I am like immediately connected with the characters already, which is a relief because the past few books that I've read has not been the case. So I'm already just super, super excited. I love that, you know, this is like a fantasy realm where they're opening a coffee shop and no one's heard of coffee. So that is just like a really cute, fun addition to the fantasy that I'm actually really loving, is watching these fantasy characters try coffee for the first time, and kind of building up this coffee shop. And I love the arc that's being set up right now for our main character, from going from like this super tough orc adventurer to somebody who owns a little coffee shop. It's really fun, and kind of choosing to leave that life behind, choosing to, you know, go by the rules sometimes, I think is where the arc is heading. So I'm really, really excited about it. But yeah, so far it's been absolutely amazing, and I just want to keep reading. But I am gonna probably head to bed soon, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.